Hey you guys, welcome to the Honeywell session. So this is episode 22. OMG. Episode 22. So I was trying to put my designers on, but it can't fit my scarf. To my scarf. So I was like, okay, Spirit want me to show my face today, huh? Not that I don't mind showing my face, but you know, I just like being stylish. Okay, wait. Are we here? Nah. Too much covered up. Spirit's like, show that pretty face logo. Here we go. Alright. Anyways, so. Yeah, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I feel like it's time to come on out and, you know, show the world who you are, what you got. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys checked the last message. Like, this wasn't even blossoming out, and now it's starting to open up. So, like, you're growing. You know, be patient with yourself. Forgive yourself. 111 on the timer. And, you know what I'm saying? Show me what you got, little baby. Show me what you got. Show the world what you got, because you got something going on there, baby. Okay, so today's Honeywell session, I did meditate with the Shapeshifters Oracle. So I have some cards already laid out, and then we'll divinate together to see what messages come out today. So first I want to start off, and I also have some other cards, oracle cards here that have messages. So let me just bring forth that, and then we'll go further. Yeah. So okay, so the first message is, likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groaning which cannot be uttered. So some of you guys, some serious deep healing, crying, pouring out your heart to Spirit, to the divine creator, to your guides. And though, like, and you guys could be dealing with some type of infirmity, right? Whether you guys, you know, this is what I got. So some type of infirmity, right? Whether that be physical or spiritual. But the divine wants you to know that even when you don't know what to say, even in your cries and in your groaning cries and pain, like, Spirit hears you and will intercede and is interceding for you, right? So the divine forces are interceding for you, and you know, thou will keep thee in perfect peace, whose mind stays on thee, because thee trusteth in thee. So no matter what you're going through, like, keeping your mind, you know, knowing and trusting in the divine, that, listen, like, I might not have all the answers. Damn, what I'm dealing with could be very fucking scary, but you know what? I'm gonna keep my mind at peace, because I know that the divine has me. I know that I'm going to be okay. Somehow I'm going to be healed. I'm going to be just fine. Right? So the next message out is follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the divine. Right? So clarify with the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth and delivereth them out of all their troubles. So, like, forgiveness is very important. Trust me, even me myself with certain people, like thank God for, like, my mentors and my leaders in my life, because I'm not perfect, and I'm a very passionate lover. So when I'm betrayed, baby, that shit hits hard. So sometimes, you know, like, damn, I'm like, why should I forgive this person? They did me so wrong. Do they even deserve forgiveness? Like, especially where you don't want to feel like, you know, you forgive somebody just for them to, like, just trample all over your heart again. But in order for you to, like, heal and not, and especially if you're dealing with any type of sickness within, right? And emotional hurt and pain can turn into sickness in your body, physical sickness or spiritual sickness. So the divine is asking for you to like follow a path of peace, right? And seek to like be at peace with all men, you know, and know that you will always have the grace and favor of the divine to deliver you out of all your troubles. So even if somebody did you wrong, like you finding forgiveness first and foremost is for you to free yourself of anything that could cause harm to your life, your mind, your spirit, and also keep the conduit between you and the divine forces, the benevolent forces, to keep you safe from harm, no matter who or what, right? That grace will always be there, that favor, that protection, that beam, that aura will always be there for you, because the divine sees your intentions and sees your heart, right? So fear not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness. And be ye kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, you know, has forgiven you, right? So, yeah, find strength and forgiveness. That's one of like, that's a very tough thing to do, but it shows strength. It's easier to hate than it is to love. It's easier to hold a grudge than to forgive, but there's real power in doing so. So yeah, going further now to the next set of cards that Spirit brought out to me, right, during meditation for today's Honeywell session, is Little Red Riding Hood. I am not a victim. I am not a victim. So you are not a victim, right? You are not a victim. I'm going to read from the book to get deeper into these messages here, but Spirit wants you to know that you're not a victim. Okay, here we are. Okay. You are changing the way you view yourself and speaking up and out. Others see you as an advocate for justice and fair play. You defend others by being who you are, simply by refusing to hide away or be fearful. By waking up every day despite hardships, you are showing so many the way to live. You have made friends with your strength, and while people have mistaken you for a pushover, you know when the time comes that you are a strong person who cannot be stopped. Like a wolf, you have fur and claws, and brothers and sisters who will help you if you only so much as call on their energy. But to find them, you must connect with that wolf within. It is time to travel on a new path, crossing a wood that seems empty and cold. But you will not be alone or as helpless as others seem to think you will be. You are not prey. You will have strong and unconventional allies, and you will travel at night across lands, and you will be magical. You have strong allies around you now, but connect most to the spirit of the wolf. The wolf knows how to run with the pack and how to stand alone. Like the wolf, you must be prepared to defend yourself, even if it means facing a fight. There's a time to stand your ground and face the enemy. The time has come, brave one. Okay. And the next message is Snow White and her animal friends. You inspire trust and confidence, the number 9. So the first card here is number 3, and this card here is the number 9. So you definitely inspire trust and confidence in others, like whether you realize this or not, and you definitely have a connection to animals, or you can notice that you have a sensitivity to animals, right? Yeah, you're able to connect. That means, and usually when you're sensitive to the spiritual realm, you're sensitive to animals, right? Okay, so there's some like divine karma that is coming around in your favor because of your intentions, right? Like, it doesn't matter what people see, hear, or believe. It's about what the divine knows is in your heart, okay? And you're going to be rewarded according to the intentions of your heart, okay? By the divine creator and the benevolent forces here to help mankind on planet Earth, right? So, you inspire trust and confidence, right? You have become the protector, and you are a caretaker with a covenant for the vulnerable ones. You will now make choices that will inspire others to interact with smaller animals, children, and vulnerable ones in gentle, caring ways. So you could have a very special connection with children as well. You have shown yourself to be trustworthy, and so the magical creatures, the shapeshifters, and their friends now come to you. Rabbits are sacred to many witches, and the connection dates back to ancient times, when the hare was associated with two great goddesses, Ostara and Andraste. I hope I'm saying that name right. Like the female deities, you are a protector. You have valor, courage, and fierce power, and you are one who will protect your people and other creatures. Because these gentle ones trust you and have found safe haven within you, or with you. The hare shows it is time for fertility, new growth, procreation, and haste. Fleet and wild, hares are able to escape from harm by burrowing deep into the body of the mother goddess herself. So I'm just going to repeat that. Fleet and wild hares are able to escape from harm by burrowing deep into the body of the mother goddess herself. The dares show that you are on your way to enlightenment through these gentle acts, and this purity of intent will have a ripple effect on the world around you. Okay, the next card I have out is Draggling Garden, A New World is Born, the number 45, which also breaks down to 9, right? The number 9. And it's crazy because we have more rabbits here and a deer, and like, look how between these two cards, I mean, look at all these cards. Like, look how like confident and safe these animals feel with you, with these beings, right? Which is a representation of you, right? So like, even the people like that you wouldn't even think, others wouldn't even think, they find safety with you, right? Like, where it's hard to like find safety with others, right? They find it with you. So yeah, Draggling Garden, A New World is Born. Okay. Draggling is the fairy caretaker of the newborn dragons. So, Khaleesi, mother of dragons. The Game of Thrones. Welcome to the Grace of Thrones, and welcome to the Honeywell session. My dear, Draggling is the fairy caretaker of the newborn dragons. I'm going to write that down because mother of dragons is very significant here. So just give me a second. I'm going to write that down. Mother of dragons. Okay. Her garden is their nursery, their safe place, where they first meet nature, flowers, bees, butterflies, shapeshifters, fairies, animals, and now you. Baby dragons are very rare and extremely precious. For a long time, they have not been entrusted to this world, and they have moved between the worlds, their elders watching humans to see when we would finally rebirth ourselves. Only when we have nearly destroyed ourselves, learned that this is not the way, and pulled back from the brink of destruction, with the elders give the young ones to us a sign that we have changed what was to have been our horrible collective fate. No longer will we slaughter the wild woods, the keeping places of the magical fae. No longer will we torment those who can speak with beings in the summerlands or see the shapes of souls above their physical forms. No more shall we force others to believe in one way to the source. We have been to the edge of the cliff, pulled back, grown wings, and decided to fly instead. Okay, we will care for and respect the animals of our kin, and you who now meet the dragon in her tender form will grow strong and become powerful, but never a danger to all that is. You are proof of the beauty of this world, of its worth, and you will honor all life in the reborn world. The power of forgiveness. Your strength, your power. It's going to enhance, like forgiveness is actually going to enhance your powers. Starting with forgiving yourself. Okay, so the next card I have out is My Life is Sweet, the number 6, which came out last week. So you might want to check out last week's message, okay? Let's get to it. Okay, so a bee appearing in the beautiful natural world is a wonderful sign that true health is being restored to you. Bees speak of timeless wisdom, as in the ancient proverb, ask the wild bee what the druids know, and are adept at creating shapes, patterns, and of course honey, which provides food, sweetness, a natural antiseptic, and aronizing helpful wax. Okay, excuse the fireworks, but I mean, it's just divine. I can't help that, okay? All right, so yes, a lot of sweetness, like it's gonna like pop up like fireworks in your life is what I'm getting here. All right. It is also said that after completing the ritual of the labyrinth in ancient Crete, the priestess of Adrian offered the initiates honeycomb to celebrate and acknowledge that all their needs would be met from that time forth. So all your needs will be met. Your life shall be sweet. Ashe. Okay. A bee can symbolize abundance, but most important, it symbolizes that all you need is being provided, and love is sure to come. Okay, we also have the next card is a time to say goodbye. Something's about to end for now. The number 13. And the 13th of this month is the full moon, which is in a few days. And I did tell you guys that I was gonna teach you guys some candle magic. For those of you guys who are interested, you can look out because I have all the supplies here. Yeah. And also I'm going to be doing a video on how to release negative energy for yourself, how to cleanse your energy, and also cleanse your environment, okay? All right, bop, bop. So something is about to end for now. This also came out in last week's message. Now, for now does not mean it's permanent, but something for now is coming to an end. So I'm going to go to the book for that as well, right? And let's read further. for this card. And remember we were talking about the Mother of Dragons? Look at this. Between these two cards, right? So definitely, I'm getting definitely like that Khaleesi energy, right? Mother of Dragons. Like you're able to tame and nurture beings that are like scary to others, but you have a sacred touch because you're rare, baby. That's why Spirit wants you to like focus on forgiving yourself and even finding a way, maybe with intervention, right? With a mentor, a leader, somebody that can help you forgive somebody that, my God, it's the last thing you probably wanted to do, but it's been good for your soul, my dear. Y'all, let's go. So, a time to say goodbye will help you to let go, even though it hurts a lot. This is now out of your hands. You have to say goodbye at this time. Be active in this ending when this shapeshifter card comes to you. Be brave. Think about how you can best take care of yourself at this time and show the other person how much you care. Don't ignore or shun her. Rather, let this person know what he has meant to you. Wish him well on their next stage of his life journey. Even if it's like you forgive the person, like you find a way to like have that intermediate, that person to like be that intermediate, like what is it, like mediator, right? Where they can like, you know, govern the vibes, keep the energy on a balanced plane to get to the point of clarity, acknowledgement, and apologizing and forgiving, right? And you can wish them well. It'll help you to release the infirmities in your body, in your spiritual life, in your, like, that probably more than likely even maybe blocking some type of manifestation to come to the full peak for you, or just come into fruition, period, right? Because unforgiveness can do a lot of damage, right? But if you can get to that stage where, like, you know, you can just like get your point across on a balanced plane, let them know how they did you, and, you know, wish them well, right? So, yeah. So wish them well on the next stage of their life journey, and let him go, right? Whether you can switch the roles, whether it's male or female, right? Just reading the book. Okay, so there may be great sadness in doing so, but you will grow so much because you have chosen the better way to deal with this sad situation. Taking the high road here. It's not easy, but it shows a lot of strength in you, all right? It's going to exhibit a lot of strength, right? Your true strength, right? So this other person has learned how to detach and stay detached. He asks that you do not ask for him to return, to stay, or to cling. Be strong because you need to be dignified, and believe that something better is coming, because that is the truth. Something better is coming. So open your arms and let her be free as she has learned to be. So, like, yeah, be strong, and allow yourself to walk with dignity, and know that, you know, wishing them well, sending them on the next, you know, stage in their journey, you know, it's actually going to like open you up to something so much more better than you ever even thought, right? Into true freedom. Okay. Now the next card I have is I will show you whom to trust. The number 2. Okay. I will show you who to trust. So let's go. Spirit is definitely going to be showing you who to trust. You've been through a lot, and you're probably like, I don't know. I can trust anyone anymore. Let's see. Okay, I will show you who to trust. All right, so this is kitsune. Kitsune is the Japanese word for a fairy-like fox. So you're like fairy-like, and you're like foxy, or you could just like have that like energy around you, right? Kitsune are, without exception, very intelligent and can bestow great gifts and blessings upon those whom they travel with. You, for example. So like, yeah, you bring a lot of blessings when you go around people. Like your presence alone, you're very intelligent, you're very gifted. And when you go around others, and people notice this too when you travel, but when you travel with them or they travel with you, they experience blessings and they, experiences they never had before. Okay. Kitsune will also help you to outwit those who would steal what is rightfully yours, falsely sell you something of no worth, or even try to steal aspects of your own energy, personality, and destiny. The older your Kitsune familiar is, the wiser she will be. The more you can heed her knowledge, and the more you can safely surrender to her leadership for a time. Close your eyes for a moment and see your Kitsune. How many tails does yours possesses? The number of tails indicates how many levels of experiences your Kitsune has. Trust me, people say, over here, they beckon, I love you, others croon. But who of all these beings seeking what you possess speaks the truth? So a lot of people telling you like, trust me, come over here, I love you, and you're just like, can I believe you? Well, guess what? Your divine beings will speak to you so that you can hear their true voice and that you can see the consequences of their plans before they have a chance to unfurl. Okay, so while it can hurt to know the truth, it is best to know the heart of those who would win your trust, your love, and your resources. The precious gifts of yours must be protected. Your tender self must only be given where you will be honored. There are some who wish to deceive and manipulate you, and yet you do not know who they are. By welcoming me in for a time, I will act as a powerful undercover agent, and I will expose the tricks and the falsehoods of others. I will never advise you to be false, but I will clearly signal to you when to stay silent, whom to avoid, and situations that need not to be your concern. I may appear in the guise of a helpful stranger, so you might have a helpful stranger that may come to you, or an insightful encounter, or as I do here in this card, right? So regardless of my form, I am your friend, and I will tell you the truth and show you where the tricksters plays. Bop. Bop, 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 right? So the next card, right, is the Golden Phoenix. Something you thought finished bursts back into life, the number 12. And it's so funny, July 4th is over, Independence Day, right? And we still have fireworks going. Very significant, okay? Because I didn't hear none of this till today, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? You finna rise back up, baby. It's finna shoot up like a surprise for you and others around you. Okay, so let's go further into the message. All right, so you are transforming both internally and externally, and this change is blessed, divine, and guided by your Golden Phoenix guardian. Talk to your Golden Phoenix at sunrise, and know that as you do so, your Golden Phoenix is recharging your chakras and your aura, and thus your experiences, thoughts, and reality. You are loved by the Golden Phoenix, and as you honor her with your transformation, she honors you with this marvelous gift of regeneration. Life from death, the sun from the ashes. You rise again, reborn. The golden phoenix is perhaps the greatest creature of rebirth and reincarnation. This sacred helper, guardian, and loving companion guides you to die before you die. To be born again within this life many times. Allow the things that no longer serve you to fall like autumn leaves. Allow yourself to be reborn. Like the budding leaves of spring, you are potentially in one of the most invigorating, challenging, and inspiring rebirth cycles ever. Wow. So, okay. Now the next card I have out is little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, and responsibility, my dear. The number 40 could be significant to you at this time. All right, so let's see. Okie dokie, here we go. So, little brother, little sister is the card for those of us that have the responsibility of looking after others who seem to need more than we do. Having to take care of someone can be a chore, especially when it is expected of us and we are not paid for it. But it is important when we are, as older ones, are called on to care for those who are more vulnerable, who have less sense, and who need more care than we do. And this is what this card is about. This card lets you know that the time is coming when people who are needy and ask for a great deal from you. You may need to care for an animal. You may need to care for little ones in your own family, or to be a peer at a school and have younger students rely on you. These beings are not as experienced as you, and they truly will be relying on you to know where to go and at what time to keep safe. They may also be difficult to care for, not showing up on time, hiding from you, or refusing to do as they are asked. It is important to remember that in these circumstances, you are an elder, a wise one. No matter your actual age, you have responsibility, power, and the trust of many when this card comes to you. That's why it's very important. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I have of one of my family members, right, who betrayed me. My God. But I thank God for my elders, because like I had like you know, like, oh my God. So like, I'll just tell you what like he told me, right, one of my mentors, right. And it matches with this message here. I'm just gonna give you, you know, to show you that I'm no different from you guys when it comes to like really checking thyself. One of my family members, honestly, like they tried me, baby, they tried me. And I'm like, you know what, you don't deserve forgiveness, because you just did things just unforgivable. But my mentor had to tell me, like, listen, this family member, they literally they don't have it all together up here. And they don't have as much sense or experience as you. So like, you who are a leader, you can't act out of your emotions. So I don't know, I just feel like sharing that with you guys today, to show you that I'm no different from you guys when it comes to like certain things and certain messages that come on the platform. I also have to check myself at times and have to realize, like, damn, like, certain people, like, yeah, logically, like, probably, like, they don't even deserve it. Or, like, you know, the things they did, you like, yeah, they don't even deserve it. Or especially if you have forgiven them time and time again. But as a leader, it doesn't suit you to act out of your emotions. And it's just not for leaders, okay? So if you're definitely called to a position of leadership where others trust you and come to you for care and stuff like that, you know, you cannot act out of your emotions, okay? Because some people literally just don't even have, especially me, I'm from New York City, I see it all the time. I see people that lose it all the fucking time, and I have to deal with them. And I would always have a way, even with, you know, in my old positions of work, they would call me to deal with the most craziest people. I just had this way of like toning them down, and just so used to it, dealing with as a native New Yorker, like crazy people, and knowing that they weren't always crazy sometimes. Sometimes they snap, and for like many various reasons. And if you can kind of like, if you can step away from your emotions and like bring this person to a calm state, you can get things resolved, right? May not be to the total way you may want it, but at least to a state of balance, right? And that's what life is mainly about, bringing balance. It's very important to bring balance. And so especially like when you're a person who leadership is, you know, placed in your destiny, you know, you're sent here, you're sent here to bring light to this world. There's a lot of darkness to this freaking world. And yeah, people will do some dark shit to you, but it's like taboo for certain folks to go tit for tat with dark forces and do like, you know, evil acts that are just not good. Me, myself personally, honestly, like it doesn't work out being a mean girl for me, never has, or doing anything wicked. Like it doesn't work out for me. Ooh, shit. I feel that energy. It doesn't work out for me, but I can be honest and say that people who have violated me, it never penetrated to the point of like I was never able to rise back from certain betrayals, right? There's a certain force that protects you, right? When you're sent here, especially if you're an earth angel, like, right? And I'll say that for another video, but especially if you're an earth angel, you know that you're sent here to make this world a better place, by leaving it better than, you know, you came here and saw it. So it requires you to like remember your heavenly mission and not get too caught up with the earthly nonsense, right? Yeah. So the final card I have from the Shapeshifters Oracle is Miss Spiderweb, right? Reconsider your alliances and make some new connections, the number 14. So let's see what the book has to say about this message. And it's crazy because, you know, we have like 13 and 14 here back to back, right? Right, so 13 says to say goodbye, and then 14 says to reconsider your alliances and make some new connections. So let's go further. You heard that? Firecracker, right? All right, so spiders are so beautiful and patient, so hardworking and clever. They are self-sufficient. They may inspire fear in some people, but they are most often creators of the most complex threads and patterns. And they do this each day. Their threads are gossamer fine, like fairy dresses and magical garments, but they are canny spiders' way of feeling the vibrations of the world around them. A home as well as a net in which to catch the nourishment, to catch what nourishment is needed, You too must be more mindful at present. Listen to your spider familiar. Ask Miss Spider Web, where would be best for you to weave these connections? Wonder what it is you truly need. Ask your spider familiar to clearly show you what vibrations and energetic messages are you currently ignoring, what opportunities are flying by uncaught. When a spider comes to you, as I do, it is time to reconsider your connections so you can catch a fly. It's so crazy. I definitely killed a fly before this message. Your every phone call, your every conversation, your every thought connects you energetically to another. Weaving and weaving, circling round and round. We hang suspended in the net of connection together. When you have me with you, you will begin to understand what must be rewoven and rewired within these relationships. Some cords must be retraced, re-strengthened again and again, and others must be taken down, removed, or recreated in a fresh territory. I, the spider, wait, and you too must weave the web of your life and wait. If you have patience and tenacity, what you have been waiting for will find its way into your silken threads. Make sure that where you are weaving your web is the right place for you. Otherwise, you are likely to catch what is not needed. So be mindful. Okay, so it is the Honeywell session, and we're going to go to the healing cards now, right? Right, to see what is the focus on this week's session. The number 9, right? Which we had the number 9 here. Okay, well, 45 breaks down to the number 9, which is a new world is reborn, right? Okay, and we also had you inspire trust and confidence, right? Snow White and her animal friends. So a new world is born, and you inspire trust and confidence, right? And now it's saying, how teachable are you, the number 9. So we have 999, right, as your angel number for today's message. Okay. Let me just write that down. 999. How teachable are you? Okay. Are you open to learning new things in your life? How high is your desire to let go of judgment, doubt, negativity, and self-sabotage? What are some of your favorite things to do? Is it to watch TV, go shopping, play golf, drink, gossip with your friends? Are you willing to give these things up in order to create time to learn something new? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? What is your willingness to really apply what you learn? You might be learning many new things, but be resistant to change. Every time you begin to think, I already know this, I've heard it before, this doesn't apply to me, your ability to learn diminishes enormously. And it is at this point you may become virtually unteachable without realizing it. Unless you apply what you have learned in your life into your life, you won't really know it. This card is beckoning you to not only be open-minded, but to take specific action towards change. To create change, you need to start with something small, like the way you pour your tea. Eventually, you will change your habit, and this builds confidence as you start working towards the big changes you need to make. So in the next 48 hours, take a step forward towards changing some area of your life. This could be something small like buying a journal to write your dreams in, or talking to someone about your transformation. Then every day, do something, even if it takes only a couple of minutes, towards creating positive transformations in your life. Another thing you can do is ask yourself many times during the day, am I teachable right now? Or do I think that I know better. Some people, or people who are the most teachable, experience the most success in their life. And it's so funny, I'm laughing because like when I was talking to my mentor about like this whole like forgiving this family member that has put me through hell. And I didn't deserve it. So I was giving him a lot of but. He was like, Shauna, no, right? So, you know, my name is Shauna, right? That's where the SK comes in, right? Well, it's one of my names, Shauna. So he's like, no, you can't do this. Or Omi Tosin, which is a Yoruba name, and you know that name is affiliated with the, you know, Orisha Oshun, right? So Oshun is a mother energy, and as a mother in life, I am a natural mother as well, and I mother many people wherever I go. It could be very hard. Some children are very trying. Some like, you're like, I don't know, you know, I don't know, who are you? I didn't raise you to be like this. What is this? So, but then you still must find a way to like, you want that child to do better. So like certain people that are like come to you for help, right? Especially as a leader, like they're very trying, but overall you truly want to see them better, right? And so you as a leader, you know, if you have people in your life that are mentoring you and that are elders to you, make sure to like be mindful and allow yourself to be teachable so that you can be successful in you know, the areas of your life that you seek out to be successful in, right? So I'm sitting here like, you know, being honest with you guys, where like I had to like, you know, it's just like, and I had to let him know like I'm not trying to test you, I'm just telling you. And he's like, I know, we can see your spirit to the core, but still, there's a way to go about people like dealing with people like this, and it's for a higher purpose. So just remembering you're here for a higher purpose. It's crazy. At the bottom of the deck, we have healing, and you're here at the Honeywell healing session. So I'm going to take that card. I'm going to also shuffle for one more. Well, two more came out, so I'm going to take it. So then we have healing, the number 21, which breaks down to 3. Did we have 3 in this? Yes, we did. I am not a victim, all right? So you're healing because Spirit wants you to heal because you are not a victim, all right? So here we go. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within, and make important changes. And I was talking about that earlier, right? In order to release certain infirmities, certain things from your body, your life, you have to, the importance of forgiveness, because when you carry that pain or that unforgiveness, it can actually turn into illness in your body that you can literally start to feel your body feeling so pain's like, baby, I don't want that for you. And the divine doesn't want it for you, okay? So, illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within, and make important changes. If you are experiencing stress, feel overwhelmed, or are suffering ailments in your body, or feel exhausted and depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Your body wants you to start treating it in a more loving manner and listening to the messages it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time. It is a process. Your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. Take a few deep breaths and relax your body. Place your hands on an area in your body where you have pain. Ask your body, is there a message you want to give me? This message may come to you as thoughts, words, images, insights, feelings, memories, and etc. Say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to help release all pain, blockages, and density from this area. Watch and feel as the dense energy leaves your body. Say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to infuse this area with a green ray of light. I ask that all immune mechanisms of my body be activated and my body now return to a state of perfect balance and health. Imagine a green light moving through your body and repairing it. Gently bring your awareness back to normal and open your eyes. So that's so crazy because like I just feel the need to tell you, like, some of you guys might benefit from using chlorophyll in your water. Like, you know, chlorophyll, you can do your own research. It cleanses you internally. You know, it's like internal deodorizer. So I just felt the need to say that. So you guys can do your own research about chlorophyll. And also this I'm personally drinking is a herbal tea. This is One Love Womb Blend to cleanse the womb, right? And like balance hormones. And as feminine energies, it's very important to balance our hormones. And I'm making, like, I tried to, like, I was telling my mentor, like, I'm drinking my herbal tea so I can balance my hormones. So, like, I can make sure that I'm acting from a balanced state and not a hormonal, you know, because when your hormones are imbalanced, you definitely will be emotionally all over the place. And we don't need that, okay? We don't need that. So, a hole in the soul is the next card, right? The number 36, hole in the soul, which breaks down to 9. So now we have 4 9s out here today. All right. Okay, so let's just see what messages are surround this card. All right, so, ooh, your childhood wounds are creating a hole in your soul. Mother of Dragons. I'm hearing sirens right now. And banging. This is from a child outside. I have a playground that's not, you know, right close to where I am. Creating a hole in your soul. This is so sad, my dear. I feel it for you. Okay, so one way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression, experienced as a perpetual empty feeling. If as a child, you try to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family's dramas, right? Which actually, you hear those sirens? What is this? Little sister, little brother cards and the siblings and the responsibilities? It's the message here. Okay, so if as a child you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family dramas, then you adopted a false self. When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from your true feelings, needs, and desires. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation, as you are always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect you felt. Find a safe place. Use colored pencils to draw several masks. Each mask needs to represent an aspect of your false self, such as a good girl or boy, a savior, a slave, a rebel, a victim, an overachiever, etc. Take time to write or draw the qualities you feel each false self contains. Turn on some powerful music. Put a mask on and move in a way you feel the mask requires for you to express yourself. And feel the feelings you may have suppressed. Once you have completed the dance, take off the physical mask and burn it. Then imagine energetically taking off the false mask you wear in front of various people. Give yourself permission to be your real self. Imagine a person in front of you who you feel doesn't accept you. And say, I'm going to portray you now and recover my true self. Now imagine this person saying to you, I understand you, and encourage you to become the person you are meant to be. I'm an artist, you guys, and I had to get into some artwork myself. these past few days because I was going through it, and I was like, I need to I need art, like, and traditional art. So I do both digital and traditional, using different mediums. I am an art student. I don't want to make this up myself, but art for me has been my saving grace. It has been my way to channel certain parts of myself, express certain parts of myself, and also be a positive outlet with dealing with the negatives in life, right? So, yeah, this is an expression of myself. And I just wanted to, like, show you guys that, like, maybe, you know, okay, I just want to show you guys parts, like, you know, a little of me. And so I don't want you to feel like, oh yeah, she telling us to do these things. So, you know, she reading us, telling us, does she follow her own? You know, yeah, I wouldn't do this because healing work is very, very challenging. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't something I was generally passionate about. I wouldn't take this up because healing is no joke. No joke. Okay, but this is my purpose. Like, I'm sent here to focus on healing. Yeah. So, the next card that came out is self-sabotage. And then, let me just see. It has a number 2. Let me just see if we had any number 2 over here. Self-sabotage. All right, we have the number 2 here. And then we have the number 2 on this card, which is I will show you whom to trust, right? So let's see what this card has to say. And then we'll go into the soul's truth, right? And then I'll close it off with some Moonology. No, we'll do some meditation messages, and then I'll close off with some Moonology cards. All right, so self-sabotage. Become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. I think this came out last week too. Okay, so now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you are unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities and relationships which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you, with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience the love and the joy which will fulfill you. On the lighter side of the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help you to listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. It's crazy because I saw this post today. And where it's like, there's a difference between enjoying your youth versus destroying your future. All right, so anyways, take a few deep breaths and become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are limiting yourself. Place your hands on that part of your body, okay? And visualize your saboteur archetype. It may look similar to this card or like a shadow aspect of you. Ask this part of yourself to show you how you missed out on or sabotage your relationships, career, money, health, and any other aspects of your life where you are not fulfilled. Become aware of your patterns. Make a commitment to yourself to start focusing on your strengths rather than your weaknesses, and welcome new experiences into your life. Awesome. So with that being said, I'm going to just pull out some meditation cards and see what Spirit wants to, focus on at this point. What messages are significant at this point. Okay. And then we'll see the soul's truth. Okay, eat healthy. All right. And we were talking about health, right? Or especially like the importance of health and you're dealing with infirmity. So we have eat healthy. Make it a daily habit to eat at least one healthy item a day. It may be a fruit, nuts, or a vegetable. Eating healthy daily keeps the mind and the body in sync. All right, so we have Tai Chi. Tai Chi is Chinese form of martial arts that involves a series of movements and postures. This practice is hundreds of years old. This is done in a controlled, quiet manner while practicing deep breathing. It helps keeps the muscles limber and eases stress on your system. Then we have Taoist, which is Taoist. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, so this type of meditation consists of three steps. Tao means to tune. So these 3 steps help you to start to tune your body and mind. Step 1, you can get a pencil, pen, and write this down. All right, I don't know if you want to pause this and go grab something. All right, so step 1, the mind must concentrate on something. Step 2, the body must become deeply relaxed. Step 3, the breathing must become slow, long, thin, soft, and even. Okay? So with that being said, let's see what the Soul Truth Oracle has to say. Okay, what am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It is time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. Breathe in your favorite essential oil. Peppermint could be good for you guys, all right? Especially if you're dealing with addictions. Okay, so breathe in your favorite essential oil. Inhale deeply into your belly. Drop your shoulders and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. And then the next card says, am I consistently showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. And even when it feels uncomfortable, it takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. Okay, so with that being said, let's close out today's session with some Moonology cards, okay? So we have nothing is yet set in stone. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Wow, a lot came out. All right, take time to breathe out. Personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, and don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. All right, and then let me see at the bottom of the deck what we have. Believe in the impossible. Okay, so I don't know. Should yeah, I might as well. Should I read from the book? But I feel like it's very important. Today was a very important message, so I want to give you guys I want to close out with the full message for you guys. So, especially with the first card we have is nothing is yet set in stone. So let's just see. That's a mutable moon, all right? Nothing is yet set in stone. Let's go here. All right, so mutable is all about change, shape-shifting, right? We use the shape-shifter oracles deck today, right? Shape-shifting, even that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that your situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with your current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. So there are additional meanings to this card. I'm going to read it, which you're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Stay adaptable is the key to success for now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? And time to focus. Stay with it, whatever that means to you, you know? All right. And so the next card I have here is balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. All right. So let's see. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with your reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concentrated effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It is time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting in the martyr, right? This card will be, or matre, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. So drop the act of feeling like you have to be a martyr, okay? Meditate every day, which is like you have to sacrifice yourself, okay? Meditate every day and see what comes to you. The answers will come, okay? So you're in a super moon, additional meanings to this cards are, you're in a super romantic, but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition, it won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate, and avoid substance abuse. And that's why I felt the need when the other card was saying about essential oil, right? The soul's truth, like breathing in your favorite essential oil. I know peppermint is good for addictions. So avoid substance abuse at this time. The next card I have is take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So like I get like knowing, when to take a break. All right. The number 34 could be significant to you. All right. So here we are. The intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Attune to the moon. I'm here. I'm where I am, and that's okay. I'm where I am, and that's okay. I'm where I am, and it's okay. Excuse me. Okay, so you are where you are, and it's okay. So the additional meanings for this card is you should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It is time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else and avoid falling into a slump. Okay? So the next card I have out is Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay. And I just felt the need to sing. I feel like some of you guys need to sing. And don't let pride get in your way, my dear. Okay. Alright, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. Excuse me. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. Which we were talking about that forgiveness, right? For the greater good. If you've not been doing as if you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all your relationships. So attune to the moon. Be magnificent without being plain too much. All right, so additional meanings for this card is self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important, and creative urges should be followed. Work some magic, which I'm going to be showing you guys some candle magic soon, okay? And another video, so check it out. A friendship may be ending now, all right? Yeah. So next card we have out is a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So the personal. Okay, so we have three full moon cards out so far, and we have a full moon coming up in a few days on the 13th, and we're in the 1:13 minute. We have 1:13 of this session here. So it's very important, this full moon, to balance spirituality and practicality. Don't let pride get in your way when doing so. And know that a personal issue is going to reach its resolution, all right? So let's go further into the message here. Especially concerning emotions, right? Because Cancer is about those emotions here. Sensitivity. So, here we are. Things are likely to get very heated as the full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds at the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it is a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. Doesn't this correlate with the beginning of the message I was talking about? Even me personally had to forgive a family member who has been very trying, my dear, very trying, my Lord. So the answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. So attune to the moon. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. So additional meanings for this card are: meditate to soothe heightened emotions, right? That's balancing the practicality and spirituality. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Pick your head up. And have you had enough family time lately? Which I'm about to go and have me some family time with my little one, right? Yeah, we're gonna get some pizza, and we're going to go to the park, or at least for a walk. No, we're gonna go to the park. I like going by the water with him. All right, so the final card we have out is believe in the impossible blue moon. All right, so let me go into this message here with the final card that we're closing out with. You're rare. I'm getting like the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. And something is very rare about you, and even the opportunities that are coming to you. Your destiny entails something very rare, but it's possible for you. And even like with forgiving and dealing with certain things, it's like it's rare that these things get resolved, but yes, it will. For you, it will. Okay, so let's see what the message further entails here. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. All right, drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance, and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping far too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it is important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. So be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Attune to the moon. I'm lucky. You're lucky, baby, and you're blessed. Ashe. So additional meanings for this card: miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. And if you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. Okay? Believe in the impossible, okay, you guys? That is the end of today's session. If anything resonated with you, please do go ahead, like, share, and subscribe by showing the support to the channel to help it grow. I appreciate you. If anybody that you know can use this message today, here, you know, you can send it to them, share the message, that they can find the message valuable, especially if it has been valuable to you. Share it with someone else. Yeah, and I'm wishing all the best for you guys, okay? And yeah, see you guys soon. See you guys next week. Peace, blessings, and love. Okay, Ashe.